So I just reconnected with the online community that I was part of for about 10 years. Online guild. Made a lot of friends all around the world, and I'll be going to Holland July to September on tour, and probably get to meet a lot of these guys. This particular fellow who helped me during my divorce. I don't like saying people's names without their permission, so I won't say his name, but he my divorce was long and expensive, and everything that I told my ex-wife about Scientology was brought up, and I had to go to the state and be evaluated, and it was a messy, horrifying, just whatever. It was a long custody battle just to have 50% access. I ran out of money at the last minute. I needed to come up with $3,600 for the last hearing. I was winning the case. I was going to get full custody. My ex-wife was, the truth is that she was going to be facing a felony charge. My friend that I met online sent a check to my attorney so that I could get my kids back, because the way that it happened, they don't use the term kidnapping anymore. They say secreted away. But after the investigation, 2.5 years, and working my ass off and losing a lot of weight, not sleeping, not eating, I was hopeful, finally, that I would be able to be a father to my children. But I was desperate, and I didn't have any money, and my friend, who I met in an online video game, sent a check to my attorney. Never asked for anything in return. When I went to the hearing, Cowboy was there. My mother was supposed to be there as a witness. I don't know what happened. I don't know why there wasn't someone else to watch the kids. But there wasn't, for some reason. And Cowboy went and consulted with my ex-wife's attorney before my attorney stepped outside to walk us to the courthouse for the custody hearing. I don't know what happened behind those doors. I remember my attorney screaming, I remember being kind of disoriented from working so much and not getting any sleep. I didn't even think twice about Cowboy walking over there and talking to her attorney. I thought he was just going to talk to Vanessa. And the result was Cowboy made some kind of plea bargain, some kind of deal, so that she didn't have to face the charges of secreting away children, kidnapping. There would be no subpoenas to show her bank statement that she had made any out-of-state purchases, which would have made her a felon. And when my attorney came back, when we walked back to his office, he was crying. He hugged me and he said, "I'm sorry, there was nothing I could do." He didn't talk to Cowboy. Cowboy was just walking to the truck. Cowboy told me that I wasn't ready or capable to take care of my own children, that I couldn't step up to the plate, so to speak. This is not an uncommon behavior for him. He's alienated people from their children before. I'm tired. I'm not really depressed. It's a little late, and I did get a little emotional talking to my friend who helped me. Because I haven't been part of that community for about a year. The idea that the man that raised me was telling me that I couldn't, and he wouldn't allow me to have even a chance to take care of my kids, was a crushing blow. My kids are well taken care of, but my access is pretty limited. I guess I can't blame anyone but myself, because I get very triggered by just being around him now. In fact, I'm not supposed to be anywhere near him because of those triggers. I've been diagnosed with CPTSD, and the circumstances during the divorce, I wasn't allowed to have access to the children without supervision, and the children became accustomed to where they were staying with their grandparents. And my daughter has anxiety and has had anxiety since she was 3, because it was traumatic for her to leave her daddy. She has nightmares in her room anytime we've tried to have her over. My son's not so much affected. He was only a year old whenever they left. But I with all the therapy that I've had and understanding what's happened, trying to make sense of it. I've been in survival mode for quite a long time, and I also talked to my brother Mark tonight, who I've spoke about in the cowboy videos. He saved my life. He has no contact with my family, really, and I understand why. And my therapist understands why, because my family is very, very dysfunctional. They like to keep all of it secret. And in the next few months, for the rest of my life, I suppose, there's going to have to be some boundaries. I got to start over. Like, I have to essentially leave my family behind. And I feel a lot like my father. In some ways, I feel like I am him, like I'm living reliving his life. So, it may sound crazy, but this community of online people that I know all over the world, since I was married to a person who was on the autism spectrum who wouldn't socialize, but yet I wanted to be around her, I made friends in the virtual. And these friends know all of what has happened. They know me a lot more intimately than some of my real life friends, because they were the ones that were there when it was happening. They weren't physically here, but it was a way for me to socialize and be at home with my family. So reconnecting with them really made me feel good tonight. I got a little emotional because I was their leader for quite a long time. They looked towards me as a leader, and I was always the one that cool heads prevail. That was a mantra that my friend that helped me instilled, but I embodied it. Sounds silly, but when we would get into fights online, it was the direction of me and some other people who have been in situations that are high conflict, high stress, that can remain calm under pressure. And in that way, I was a great leader. And these people still ask about me. Doesn't matter how long I'm gone. They want to know where Crow is. So I don't know what's in store for the future. I have two vehicles that don't work. I've got a lot of people that believe in me, support me in one way or another. I'm doing music, artist development, and developing my own music and playing, and working with theater group, and focusing on creative projects. And I'd very much like to get back in touch and stay in touch with the community. As nerdy as that sounds, they really were good friends. I've got friends in Latvia and Germany, Greece, UK, South Africa, Australia, Spain, and I like that world. I really like that worldview. Gave me a lot of perspective, different cultures, different perspectives. Learned a lot, and there's nothing quite like people from all nations coming together to work together. That might sound cheesy because it's related to video games, but I'm telling you, there's no feeling like it in the world. Not even being on stage. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And hopefully I'll be able to move forward and continue with the development, the artist development as a studio manager. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of traveling in my in the next 10-15 years. I can just sense it. I don't know how to describe it. I'm going to be moving around a lot. I can just feel it. So I know I'm a weird guy. But somewhere inside me, I know that everything is going to be all right. I know that my children are okay. And that's the most important thing. That's what I fought for. That's what my father fought for. And one day they'll understand. I have faith that they will. So good night. Namaste. Live long and prosper.